Hey guys, you're watching Boondock Squirrel. Squirrel. Two squirrels. You're watching Boondockin' with Dennis. Sorry, I get easily distracted. We're out on Key Allegro off of Curlew, turning off Bahama and going up Bimini. Woohoo! And there's like three shorter streets here. I'm just picking up from the last time we were over here. Now, like this house here is the style of the basic original Key Allegro house. Real nice house, all fixed up. Same thing with this one. The basic layout with some layout with some changes. Now this one's a little different. This one's not up on stilts. Neither is this one. Maybe this portion of the island is a little bit higher. I don't know. I used to know the codes. I don't know the codes anymore. The building codes. That's a nice one. I hope you're all having a good day. I'm not by myself today. I have company. Got the screaming goat with me today. And I got the dad joke button. You ready?
And run through a campsite. You can only ran because it's past tense.
Did you guys hear that one? You can't run through a campsite. You can only ran because it's past tense. I like that one. Now that's a dad joke, and then the laugh at the end, that's what makes it a dad joke. Well, what do we got going on here? We got some construction, so I can't make my usual circle turn, so we'll have to go back this way. Woo. So we're not interfering with the construction zone. That's going to be a nice house. We'll have to come back and look at that when they're done. We're kind of into the wind here. We'll be testing out this microphone today. I'm using my original microphone, my original wireless microphone. I had mentioned that the last time we were over here. Give it a little test run. It is a windy day. It's sun and clouds so far. They're calling for a little bit of rain, but high wind throughout the day. And that's okay. Everything gonna be alright this morning, even if we're watching in the afternoon. Oh yeah. Woo! I need to do a little organizing on my truck today. If you're new to the channel, I have lived full-time in my F-150 with a Lear topper for coming up on 4 years. I think we're like 6 weeks short of 4 years. Wow. I never thought that would happen. I met a guy when I was visiting Rusty at Falcon Lake State Park. And he was across from where I was camped. Ooh. Nothing behind me. Nothing behind me. That's kind of pretty, huh? That's kind of pretty. Let me get that rooftop out of there. I kind of like that. But there's the back of most of the houses around here. There's canals, so they have boat access. Some palmettos. But I was visiting Rusty, and the guy across the road came to talk to me. And you know how I love to talk to people. Making a left on Catalina. He came over to talk at me and said he'd been living in his vehicle 13 years. He had a van, just like a regular van. And he told me he wanted to give me a full tour of his van, and I declined. I've seen too many movies, and I don't get in vans with dudes, okay? How come a beautiful 23-year-old woman never says to me, "Come inside, I'll show you my van"? Hasn't happened yet. I get old dudes that always want to show me their vans. I mean, I've lived in the back of my truck for 4 years, and I could probably tell you everyone that's been in the back of it. And one of them is the guy that works at the Lear dealership, the Lear Topper dealership, who has done repairs and installs for me. I haven't seen it. I haven't had to go for a while. But he repaired screens on the window for me. He put in a electric outlet for me back there, 12 volt, 3 12-volt plugs, and he put in a light for me. And one time he even, good morning. One time he even, whenever I do go in, he always checks to see if my Lear topper is tight, which I do as well in my travels. I'll say once a week, I just make sure the bolts are tight for whatever reason. I'm sure they're rusted shut right now. This moisture by the water is pretty brutal, the salt air. These are nice houses. I haven't been over here in a while. So we're getting back on Bahama Mama. And yeah, there's 2 more streets down here. Lots of construction. Look at this house. Wow. So they bought 2 properties and kind of joined the houses together on the corner. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. They got a fence blocking the canal view. Hey, don't even look at our canal. Edgewater, wow. This is a sad story. When I worked for the construction company, I worked in the office, guys. I was the flunky, and then I worked in the office. The inside of this place is absolutely gorgeous. That little part on the left there with the lower roof, that's a kid's room. It's got built-in 4 built-in bunk beds, and each bunk bed, you can kind of see the round windows there on the side of the building, like a nautical theme. And man, the 4 big bedrooms. I don't know, is it 5 bathrooms in there? 4 or 5 bathrooms. That beautiful staircase right there at the main entrance, and laundry room, and a great room upstairs with a big TV and built-in bookcases. And we got it completed for him, and I think the owner passed away about a year later, and he left a wife and 2 children, maybe like 8 and 10 years old. It was really sad. But he had a boat here, and he would tell us to take the boat out once a week, run it. If it was like we were doing him a favor by taking his boat out. Look at the landscaping here. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. There you go. Wow, guys. There's a fixer-upper. Kathy, Anita, you think you could homestead in that dump? That's a good one. I watched the videos this morning from Jason's. Good morning. Jason's Texas Adventure. He's got a good channel. I want to let that guy go, but I think he wants to let me go. No, he just wants to get behind me and see what I'm doing. Okay. Let's give him one more chance to get around me. Let me pull over and let him get around me here. Yep, he figured it out. Good job. He did a good job. There you go. We're back on the road again. Oh, he's only going up here. There's a nice house. Yeah, that's more the standard Key Allegro house. I wonder if he's... No, he wouldn't be doing Meals on Wheels on Key Allegro, right? That doesn't make much sense. So now we are on Bahama again, and there's this last street just kind of curls around. And the reason these streets are set up like this, like I said before, every house that we're driving by has a canal in the back for boat access. And when we had a boat to use, we would go on what I like to call canal cruises. You just slowly go up and down the canals, because the views from these houses really are from the back, from the water. And here's a small circle. You can see where we're at on this circle. I don't know, I think we did get some rain overnight. More construction. Kind of a tight circle here. There's Little Bay right there. And Rockport Beach would be to the left. I think we're looking at right there, McDonald's and Golden Chick. So you have these million-dollar homes, and your view is the porta potty. Yay! This circle is too tight for me. And if you're wondering why I do the circles backwards, it's so my camera stays on the outside. I kind of look around and make sure no one's coming, so we're not obstructing traffic. I really thought there'd be more people out working today. It's a weekday when I'm filming this, but I know the weather's not cooperating if people are trying to do concrete or paint work like that. You got Christmas decorations on their fish mailbox there. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that adjustment. So we're going to speed this up just a little bit. Bump, bump, bumpity bump. All very nice houses. Construction everywhere. Always construction since I've first started coming out here. Got the scaffolding going. Have to come back and see that. It almost looks like they're putting up slate instead of stucco, but we shall see. I think if it was stucco, it would have the wire, right? That's how I did stucco 30 years ago. And there's the same squirrels. Same two squirrels running around like a couple of nuts. Third squirrel. Oh, fourth squirrel. It's a party. And we are back to where we started from, but there is one more side street. There's the canal. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Excuse me. Yep, coming up on 4 years of living full-time in my F-150 with a Lear topper. We're, what are we, like 10 days from Christmas? Something like that? I don't even know what today is. I know it's I know what day of the week it is. I just don't know what the date is. More construction. I kind of want to get these streets in here, and I think there's just two short streets here. This is Whooping Crane. We're on Whooping Crane if you're playing along at home. And now we're turning on Aloha. And this is a short street. Aloha. We should have ended on Aloha, right? We should have started and ended on Aloha, right? That would be, since I understand Aloha means hello and goodbye. Every time someone says you're welcome, I can always think of that, the Disney movie, Moana. Is it Moana? When The Rock sings you're welcome. And these are very nice houses, don't get me wrong. These are more traditional Key Allegro homes here. That's a nice entrance and garage door. And it goes way up too. I wonder if they can see the water. No, they can't. Well, they probably can see a partial view of the water. But those newer monsters out on Bayshore Drive, I'm sure they're blocking everyone's view of the water. Ooh, wow, there's new construction going on over there. And that'll be our last street. Yeah. You know, I forgot to mention when we were on, where I told the story about the house that we redid and the gentleman passed away. I used to do inspections on the house across the street, and I completely forgot about it. Just drove right by it. As part of my job in the office, we had some homes that we would do weekly inspections on, check the perimeter, make sure everything was secure, make sure the lawn was getting cut, check the boats and the chargers outside, turn all the lights off and on, and replace any bulbs that needed to be done. And then go inside, same thing, check the air conditioning filter. We would even go as far as to check the refrigerators for anything that was expired. And you would just basically, you know, you had a list, check fire extinguisher dates, things like that. And even a small house, a small property could take an hour. And a bigger house could take longer. If they had cleaning people, you were making sure the cleaning was done. If they had house guests, you would go make sure the house, whoever they let use their house or rent it, had left it in good condition and nothing was damaged. And it was neat. It was really time consuming, because at that time I was running the construction office, doing the house inspections, and taking care of 5 boys, taking them to school, picking them up, that kind of stuff. Sometimes in there was grocery shopping and house cleaning, and everything there was no time. But in that time, having the boys and taking them to the beach every day after school, Rockport Beach, and sitting at a picnic table and doing their homework. Look at that dream house right there. That is so different. And let me get my hand out of the way here. So different and so cute. Wow, it almost looks like a church. That is absolutely beautiful. Wow. How many times have I passed that and not mentioned it? And we got one last couple big ones down here, guys, and we'll get you out of here and let you go have a life. I know several of you have surgeries coming up, and I want you to know I have a list, and I pray for you guys. Some of you have family members with surgeries coming up, or sickness and illness and injuries and everything else that happens to us as we get older. And we have a great community, great group of people, really nice people leave comments on my channel, and I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you so much that I'm going to apologize for wasting 21 minutes of your day. There's Aransas Bay. Thanks for riding along today, guys. Thanks for watching.